welcome. This is your boy, the host with the most, but humble, and I do mean humble, Dino Stranavis, aka Derek, and I'm here, of course, on the weekend to give you, of course, the hungry, happy, healthy people here at WrestleCram, the WrestleCram Weekend Edition. If you're watching it today, you're watching it tomorrow, you're watching it next week, I truly do thank you from the bottom of my heart to the depths of my loins. I truly do thank you. Without you guys, it truly wouldn't be me. Thank you. I'm humbled every single time that I do this said show. Now, this is the very first episode of the Weekend Edition. We will continue to do the Weekend Edition every single Saturday. Yes, we're doing it on Sunday this go around because I had a lot going on, but I still have it out. I wrote it actually Friday. This was wrote Friday. So I'm happy to go ahead and get it out for everybody. Of course, before these stories get stale, everybody pretty much knows exactly what's going on in the wrestling hemisphere or the universe out there. But, your boy wants to go ahead and do this. Also, at the end of this show, I'm going to give you a little bit of something that I want to do. I've been trying to do for a while. Everybody, one particular person on the feed has been trying to get it out and about, but I'm gonna try to do it this go around. I've been trying, but we'll sit it out there and see what happens. How about that? We'll sit it out there. We'll see what happens. But I will announce that at the end of this show. I'll also probably do a video alone about what I'm going to do as well, to bring it, to bleed it out a little bit more specifically or whatnot, because I have rules that I want to do with this the segment or whatnot. Okay, so first and foremost, we're going to talk about CM Punk. CM Punk again, of course, CM Punk again, you guys. Also, we're going to talk about AEW and a roster split. So we'll talk about that as well. Also, we'll talk about Mercedes Moné, and is the New Japan run finally over? We'll find out. After that, we will be talking about the WWE Smackdown, and also we will be talking about AEW Rampage. Also, I will have my top 10 of the week that was last week. After that, I'll give you, of course, my go around with the huge announcement. Feel like Tony Khan from time to time. Huge announcement. But anyway, let's get into it. CM Punk confirmation back to AEW. Now, we don't know, but apparently we have heard that, this is going to happen. Would you like some more news, of course, about CM Punk? I myself would truly love some more CM Punk news, of course. I'm a huge CM Punk fan. You would probably say that we're going to continuously and utterly keep going on with the CM Punk news. But Fightful Select, Sean Ross Sapp has confirmed that CM Punk is still all elite. According to Sean, there are tumultuous plans in place for Punk to make his return to All Elite World Wrestling on or around June 20th. So after your boy's birthday, the episode of Dynamite, and that will be in Chicago, of course, where it's going to sell out times 12 at the Wintrust Arena. As far as CM Punk's current issue with numerous members of the locker room, Sapp has been informed that Punk has been trying to push for a meeting with the Elite for quite some time, in hopes that they can all work together when he returns to the company. Also, it says, says that some something goes for Chris Jericho in hopes that the two can bury the hatchet and work together in the future. There are also rumblings that the upcoming week premiere show for All Elite Wrestling on Saturday nights could act as a soft roster split to separate the people who have an issue with one another. Now, that's not even just Punk, just everybody having an issue with one another. They're going to split them. Sap also makes it clear that nothing is set in stone now. That's regarding Punk's return. The things can also change due to being described as a often tumultuous situation. Okay, dope. Now, I will tell you like this. I've seen a fight with Draymond Green and other guy Draymond laid the smackdown. I'm talking about haymakers on this guy. And they got back together, they kissed and made up. Okay? So it is what it is. Look, hey, it cannot be that crucial. It can't. It cannot be that crucial. It looks like CM Punk has been trying his hardest to extend the olive branch. He's been trying. Okay? Yes, CM Punk is very, very colorful when it comes to his words, but he is a grown-ass man, and he can say whatever he wants. Nothing wrong with what... Now, is there wrong with what he's saying? Yes. Yes. That's why he deleted it. All right? I guarantee that we had an issue where the issue was that, I guarantee he did not read what AEW had when it comes to the social media thing. He read it. He took it down. It is what it is. Get over it, okay? There are bigger things that's in front of us right now, okay? We have the hugest, the biggest show that they're going to have in August. That's going to be that London All-In show. That show is going to have that's their very first stadium show, and I guarantee that they need all hands on deck. That's including CM Punk, that's including The Elite, that's including, of course, FTR. Those are your highest selling people. We need to go ahead and get it taken care of as soon as possible. CM Punk has also said that he has been trying to get everybody to the table so we can get something taken care of. Now, here's my thing. If CM Punk is trying to do this, now it seems like that the Elite, I wouldn't say the Elite, because it seems like him and Kenny Omega are cool. Actually, we've heard that, or I read that CM Punk, after the fight, CM Punk and Kenny Omega talked it out. So they're good. It looks like they're good. It seems like the issue is with, of course, Colt Cabana, who is probably not even with the company anymore. I haven't seen Colt Cabana in a long time. And, of course, the Young Bucks. Okay, the Young Bucks, you're supposed to be this Republican, God-fearing Christians, and apparently you cannot forgive. Okay? You're supposed to be these super religious people or whatnot. That's what I've heard. So you're very, very religious. If you're that religious, that you're telling me that you can't forgive somebody or whatnot, yes, this is money involved, but yes, just forgive somebody just because of the situation. I've heard so much stuff at work about me, and I guarantee some of this stuff is not real. I could care less about it or whatnot. I guarantee you, normal people like myself, normal people that's listening to the podcast, have stuff that's talked about you at work. Some of y'all hopefully have just turned the other cheek and walked away, and some of y'all probably looking for another job. But I'm just saying, some of the people that are in their own know what they are. I'm done. I don't care. It is what it is. Let's move on. I guarantee that's what's going on with CM Punk. And the Young Bucks need to stop what they're doing. I'm going to do a tag-in. I'm going to go in a little depth with the tag-in, of course, with the Jim Cornette experience. And we're going to talk about Dave Meltzer tomorrow in the Wrestling Observer. We're going to talk about that, and I want to go into depth about that situation as well, because it's just getting really old really fast. Yes, I am Team Punk all day, every day, because it's so much stuff that we know and we don't know, but we do know that is not leveled on CM Punk. CM Punk took so much, and you telling me that he's not supposed to just sit there and just be upset about the situation? We'll talk about it. We'll talk about that tomorrow on the tag in. Okay, you guys. So I did talk a little bit about the brand split on AEW roster. We're going to go a little in depth with it as well. This is Cultaholic. They have reported one of the main complaints leaving at or level. It says leveling at the All Elite World Wrestling is that the roster is just too large, and the roster split would ensure that more talent gets time to shine on TV. AEW already produced 3 hours of network TV a week in Dynamite, Rampage, and also produces weekly adaptations of Dark and Dark Elevation on YouTube. But there is a drop off from Dynamite to the other shows. I could have told you that. Recent mumblings are suggested that AEW are set to launch a third in-ring TV show on Saturday nights as part of their ever-growing partnership with Warner Brothers Discovery. And the report from Fightful Select suggests that the expand that announcement on the third show could act as a soft roster split for the company. The reports suggest that the roster split could be designed to ease tensions in the AEW locker room, especially as news of an impending CM Punk returning is making the rounds, with a split allowing certain talents to avoid potential situations that could arise from Punk return. It says, or other devices issues along. Although the reports notes that the talent have apparently not been informed of such reasoning. Now, here's the thing. Now, I will say this, as I said that the split is a good thing. I think I said the split is a good thing. I said one of those in my 2 Cent episodes. The split is a good thing. The reason why the split is a good thing is because the WWE roster is too large. But the thing is, with the roster being so large, they still do not give a lot of talent in the WWE any type of TV time or whatnot. I still have not seen Alexander. I've not seen Shelton Benjamin in God knows how long. Last time Shelton Benjamin was on a show, he jobbed out to Dominic Mysterio, which I can't be mad at that, but he came out there just to job out. I mean, he's been there for 20 years, and yet, he didn't get his roses there, but I digress about that. AEW's locker room is ginormous. Even your boy Hall of Famer Jim Ross said in an interview that the roster is really, really, really big, and it needs some type of situation where you can put some talent on another brand and make that happen. Now, a 2-hour Saturday show, it will be fine. I can't be mad at that. I would actually watch it and report on it if it is a second brand. If it's a soft roster split, now my thing would be, how is this going to work? How will this situation actually benefit AEW, and not only benefit AEW, but the fans itself? Now, I think this is going to work times 12 because you have a huge amount of belts, of titles. You have a ton of titles there. That would work times 12 when it comes to you putting the international title on the new show. You could put the FTF title or FTW title on the new show. That will leave you with, of course, or the TBS title, of course. Jay Cargill can go over there as well, have their own little brand of women over there. and then have a draft. Just have you a little draft or whatnot. That would be just fine with the situation that you have. Now, of course, you'll have the trios. They will go back and forth from show to show. But I will implore you, I will beg of you not to have that show live. Have that show live and inform them that this is a new brand. This is where our new people are going to be. Of course, Ring of Honor will be the NXT of that brand. That's fine with me. Put a world title on that show. Put a world title on that show. It would work just fine. I promise you. You will have 2 champions, and you will have 2 women's champions. I think you can grow the TBS title not as a mid-card title anymore, but as a world title. It would work just fine if you would do a brand split, something similar to that situation. I love Jade Cargill. I don't see Jade Cargill losing anytime soon, and I see that belt is better than the world title. So elevate it to a world title type of situation. I would love it times 12. All right, so let's go from the women's division that I just praised times 12 with Jade Cargill to one of the hottest, and I do mean hottest in 2 different ways, the hottest woman in professional wrestling right now, which is Mercedes Moné. Mercedes Moné. Is her time with New Japan, is it coming to an end? We will find out. This is, of course, your girl Mercedes Moné has been killing it in pretty much everything she has touched. The Comic-Con in, of course, Chicago. The brief announcement on baseball games or whatnot. Also, winning the IWGP World Women's title. But it looks like this may be coming to an end. And a new chapter of the former Sasha Banks is about to turn the page. This is Dave Nelson reports from the Wrestling Observer newsletter that Moné is still only signed to New Japan for one more match, which will take place on April the 23rd at the Yokohama Arena when the former Sasha Banks defends the IWGP World title against Yoko, is it Ariake? If Moné does not sign a new deal, she will drop the belt to Ariake. But if Moné wins, I got Monday. But if Moné wins, it will likely be that she has re-signed and has plans to have a contract extension with New Japan. It continues with Moné has only been a part of New Japan Pro Wrestling for the past few months, making her debut at Wrestle Kingdom 17 when she confronted Kairi Sane, of course, saying that led to the IWGP World title match at Battle at the Valley at February 18th, which Moné won in the the CEO, and the CEO has successfully defended the title against AZM and Hakurora. I guess that's how you pronounce it. I do apologize. I'm trying to get better with my Japanese, you guys. New Japan is at Sakura Genesis on April the 8th. It is not guaranteed that Moné will exit New Japan with a win. Her deal expires as her test and approval at the promotion Joint Forbidden Door pay-per-view with All Elite Wrestling on June 25th. Can't wait to see that. If Moné doesn't leave through the door, doesn't leave through the door, is open for her to go back to WWE if she wishes to continue with her professional wrestling. I will say this, I don't think that she's going back to the WWE anytime soon. I guarantee that the money she's making with the New Japan, I think it was $3 million on that contract for, 6 matches? I don't think she's going anywhere. I don't think she's going back to WWE. Her best friend, who is Naomi, she's not going back to the WWE. I think she's going to AEW as well. I mean, it just looks like that she's having such a great time not being in WWE. And once again, we are hearing that now you can make a successful career without the WWE. We saw it with men. Now we're seeing it with the women. And I can't be mad at Mercedes Moné for leaving the WWE because of all those trials and tribulations, and just to come back to more trials and tribulations. Vince McMahon is back. So we don't know what's going to happen in the near future, if he's going to bring John Laurinaitis, his trifling ass. Hopefully he stays where he is. But it just seems like a lot of situations where she is doing a great job. I can't be mad at her for doing what she got to do. Keep doing what you do, my love. I'm not mad at you. Make your money. Hopefully we do get a Forbidden Door with Mercedes Moné, and she does win that women's title off of whoever it is in June 22nd. Hopefully it is Jamie Hayter who still has that title. But I would love to see a Mercedes Moné with a really, really trumped up Ruby Soho as world champion. I see Ruby Soho being champion pretty soon. I don't know. Got a little sore throat. I do apologize, you guys, for all the coughing. So, on from the news, let's get on to SmackDown. SmackDown started off with, of course, Sami Zayn and KO, Kevin Owens. They talked about the titles, of course, at the them having the main event at WrestleMania Night 1 as a tag team. That is the first time a tag team has ever had a main event caliber type of thing at WrestleMania. WrestleMania is consistently breaking all the rules with all of this fun stuff that they're having. Yay! But they did talk about the draft. They talked about that, them being, of course, being split apart. But that's the thing. I thought you can't split apart tag teams, especially if you're the tag team champions. That doesn't make any sense, but I digress on that one. But they talked about if they are about to be split up, they are still going to be the tag team champions. They're still going to defend those titles regardless of the situation. And they do know that the Usos are coming for a rematch, and they are ready for that rematch. Out comes the Usos. They are saying that looks like they are folding under pressure. The bloodline is more dangerous than ever and even more stronger. They say that the bloodline has leveled up. Jay says to Sami that, dude, I'm not worried about KO. I'm worried about Sami. Sami's going to backstab Kevin Owens. He says the bloodline circle the ring. After that, they said, yes, we do want our titles back. We do want our titles back. But Solo Sikoa is with them. It's only 2. And he said, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about fighting right now. So it is 2 against 3. They circle the ring, but out comes, of course, Matt Riddle. And Matt Riddle attacks, and they all get their stuff in. Sami almost Halula kicks Jimmy. They grab Jimmy, pull him out, and they run to the back. After that, we get Adam Pearce. He talks to one of the officials. He says if Matt Riddle and Solo Sikoa wants a match, they can have their match at the main event today. So that is official that they will have a match yesterday. Well, today's Sunday, I'm sorry. Friday. So after that, we get, of course, a video package of LA Knight and Xavier Woods. Apparently, LA Knight is not a video gamer, and he's upset because he did not have a WrestleMania moment. and Xavier Woods did in some type of form where they had a match, a TV, a scenario on them promoting, of course, the 2K23 of it was with Seth Rollins and Logan Paul or whatnot, and he was upset because he's not a gamer. He hated that he had one and Xavier Woods did not. Pretty decent match. I'm not going to say it was the best match, but I was looking at some of the news, and Xavier Woods is actually 13-0. And also Xavier Woods was saying that he's the only person to actually defeat Roman Reigns, wanting now to have a title match with Roman Reigns. He wants to be the next opponent to Roman Reigns. I did not know all of this information. Xavier Woods looks jacked. He looks really, really jacked. I enjoy Xavier Woods by himself. Let him do something that consists of him running with something. They did announce that, of course, Kofi Kingston is out with a ankle sprain, so he was there by himself, and he did face LA Knight. And it's funny because the commentators were saying that, Xavier Woods is just this good guy. He's a face. He's good, but he won rolling the tights or grabbing the tights of LA Knight. And he was like, well, the referee didn't see it. The referee didn't see it. We was like, but that's a heelless move. Come on, really? But LA Knight did attempt to roll up and grab the tights. The ref did see that one, and Xavier does a roll up of himself, grab the tights, and to win the match. After that, Imperium are talking, trying to do some type of powwow. I'm showing my age, you guys. I'm sorry. Had a powwow in the back, and Xavier Woods is blowing his trombone. I'm part of a band. I was in a band. How did I not know that? And when Gunther started to talk again, he would blow his trombone again, and he was saying that Xavier has no respect. Gunther did challenge Xavier Woods next week for the Intercontinental title. After that, we got a video package with Solo Sikoa and Matt Riddle last December, where Matt Riddle did go off to rehab to better himself. But, they wrote him off, saying that Solo beat the living crap out of him, and writing him off for him to go to, of course, rehab. Matt Riddle was attacked. Matt Riddle was attacked Matt Riddle is not attacked. He was talked to by, of course, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens is more of the attack. Let's attack him. Let's beat the living crap out of him type of scenario. And Sami Zayn's like, dude, take your time. Take your time. It is what it is. We know the match is coming. Just take your time. You don't know the bloodline like I do. So that was the situation. You had two different suggestions on both sides. After that, we get a Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley and Dominic Mysterio backstage interview. They were just talking about the last two interferences, and they were saying that Bad Bunny needs to stay in his lane, but he'll talk about that when they go into the ring and have their impromptu in-ring promo. Damian Priest talks about that WrestleMania Backlash is in San Juan, Puerto Rico, and he says that Bad Bunny is the host of Backlash, and he wants him to be in the front like he was last time and do not interfere with his family. Before the match, of course, Zelina Vega walks out of the stage. Zelina Vega and, of course, Rhea Ripley has consistent beef with one another, but they were waiting on, of course, the Legado El Fantasma to come out. They attacked them from the back, and we get the match between Santos Escobar and Damian Priest. Can I say something about Santos Escobar? He has the complete look of a world champion. I do not think that he should be a mid-carder. I think that Triple H sees something in Santos Escobar, and once again, there's a wrestler that said something on TV saying if you're on TV, you're doing something right. And I think Santos Escobar and the LWO or Legado El Fantasma, I think they are doing something right. But Damian Priest did get the win with the South of Heaven choke slam. It was a very fun match. I will say that, very fun match. Santos Escobar is more of a high flyer, a more traditional lucha libre type of style. Damian Priest is a big man. But he is very agile when it comes to him being a big man. I really enjoyed this match times 12. But they did attack everybody, attempting to, just beat the living crap out of him. Out comes Rey Mysterio, attempting to even the numbers. We get him and Dominic, about to throw hands. He attempts a 619 onto his son, but that was the end of that. They do grab Dominic and walk out. We do get a hurricanrana from the beautiful. Oh my gosh, she's so gorgeous. I forgot her name. Whatever. I'm going crazy right now. I have so many notes. Her, and she does I will figure it out eventually. Selena Vega. I'm sorry. Selena Vega does a beautiful hurricanrana on to Rhea Ripley, who's beautiful as well. And we get that. Now, I have read that Selena Vega does want a WrestleMania Backlash match with, of course, the new champion in Rhea Ripley. Hopefully we will get that. But we'll see. We'll see with that situation as well. After that, we get a Bloodline segment where Paul Heyman is hyping up, of course, Solo Sikoa. And he gets so hyped where Solo stops Paul Heyman and says, tell the tribal chief I got this. After that, we get Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan in this is the bathroom break, you guys. This was a celebration with them having the titles. Out comes Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville. They challenge for the titles. They will get their title shot next Friday. After that, we get Shinsuke Nakamura, his preview, his re-welcoming back into WWE after a small hiatus. Comes back to face, of course, Madcap Moss. It is a squash match beyond squash match activity. He does a Kinshasa and wins the match. Apparently, Madcap Moss is upset, tries to attack him again. He gets put in a armbar. That was the end of that. I did not like that as well. But at the end of this, we get Karrion Kross and the beautiful Scarlett. And she has her tarot cards. And in one of the tarot cards, she sees Shinsuke Nakamura on the card. And we see now that Karrion Kross is going to face or targeting Shinsuke Nakamura, saying tick-tock. After that, we get a Braun Strowman and Ricochet. They're walking, and they get attacked by the Viking Raiders. That's the end of that. I really could care less about the Viking Raiders. After that, Paul Heyman has an announcement to make, and his announcement is that, yes, we will get that rematch. My thing is, you're getting the rematch on paid TV in 2 weeks. They will face, of course, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens in 2 weeks on SmackDown. My thing is, I'm lost. Why did they not do this on the premium show? But I digress. Solo Sikoa versus Matt Riddle. Once again, if you don't know me, I'm not the biggest fan of Matt Riddle. I don't like his promos. I don't like his wrestling style. Not a huge fan of Matt Riddle, but he did do a pretty decent job. We had a lot of interference by the Usos at the beginning of the match. So the referee threw the Usos and the champions, the tag champions, out of the ring side. Apparently they came back at the total end of the match, the Usos, to interfere and give, of course, Solo Sikoa the win with the Samoan Spike. After that, they grab, Solo grabs Riddle, throws him on the commentator's desk. It did not break, so he grabs the commentator desk and throws it onto Riddle. That was the end of that. Now, I will say this. I am not a fan of when you have a caliber match like this and you put it on paid programming, but I'm not mad at you for doing that. I mean, it is what it is. I'm happy for that, so let's keep it going. Let's make it do it. It is what it is. But I think that they're probably going to have some type of situation where it is a disqualification, nobody wins, and it will be the main event at, of course, WrestleMania Backlash. Or close to it, because I guarantee the Cody Rhodes and Brock Lesnar match will probably headline WrestleMania Backlash. But it just seemed like something very interesting. I can't wait to see what happens with this situation. But let's get on to AEW Rampage. Not a lot to go home to. Once again, they taped the show right after a 2-hour Dynamite. So the fans are really tired. They don't get a lot of enthusiasm. So that's kind of how it is. But we did get a really nice match with the Best Friends in Aussie Open. It was a very decent match. That took the chunk of pretty much the entire show. But Aussie Open does win with that beautiful finisher. I knew that was going to happen. Like really, the Best Friends doesn't win. They don't win anything or whatnot. And I hate that because they're really good wrestlers. But they did not win. Aussie Open was in some type of area or whatnot. So they came in and beat the crap out of the Best Friends. Can I please have my paycheck? So in the locker room before their match, we get Jeff Jarrett, Jay Lethal, Satnam Singh, and Sanjay Dutt. They gave, of course, a T-shirt with Briscoe on the bottom, looking very funny. It's a very funny shirt. But they are going to face jobbers later on in the show. We also get the FTR. This is their celebration promo where they're talking about 2 years and 5 months until we lost and now retain the titles. They did talk about, of course, their contracts, and they said now they are all elite for another 4 years. They have announced their retirement as well after the 4 years are up, but they are not going to slow down. They're not going to stop until they are the best of all time. After that, we get a Jeff and Matt Hardy, Isaiah Cassidy, and Hook promo. Jeff Hardy. I keep saying Jeff Jarrett. I never heard Jeff. I think of Jeff Jarrett. But Jeff Hardy talks about, of course, he had eye surgery and also his sobriety, and also him going to the court that he is his eyes are better. He is now on a better road to success. Matt Hardy gets on the mic. He says now it is time to get those contracts taken off of them by the firm. They will challenge them at the the Hardy compound for that match. After that, we get a package from Powerhouse Hobbs and Wardlow. Wardlow now has challenged for that title. They will have that title at Dynamite this Wednesday. Can't wait to see that. Of course, if you haven't seen it, go look at my podcast about AEW, my recap on that scenario. After that, we get the Jay Briscoe. We get Briscoe, Jeff Jarrett, Satnam Singh, and Jay Lethal versus Jobbers. It was a jobber match, of course. It was a win that was the end of that. Briscoe is not happy with that. He does leave the ring because he is not feeling the way that they are. They're heels. He's a face, so he's not feeling the connection or whatnot with that situation. After that, we get a video package with the Blackpool Combat Club and the Elite. I talk about that as well on the recap, where the Elite does attack the Blackpool Combat Club, and they ran away. After that, we get a Tyra Valkyrie versus Emma Sakura. This match was pretty much a jobber type match as well. We get Jade Cargill and is it Layla Gray? One of the only baddie left in the baddies group. Valkyrie wins with the road. I think hers is the road to Valhalla, but Jade calls her jaded. So Gray gets into the ring and attempts to attack Valkyrie. She gets put into the road to Valhalla. She attempts to put Jade Cargill in the road to Valhalla, but Gray does attack her from the back. We get a jaded by Jade Cargill, and that was the end of that. After that, we get a challenge for the AAA title. That's it's going to be, I think, for Dynamite as well. After that, we get a horrible rap by 2.0 and Jake Hager. That was the time if you need to go to the bathroom, go to the bathroom. The Acclaimed comes out. They say, you know what, we don't need the rap. So they start attacking one another. The Acclaimed come out with some scissors, and they are attempting to cut off Daddy Magic's hard nipples with some scissors. That does not happen. They, of course, grab him, and that was the end of that situation. How far we fall from grace with the Acclaimed. I was like, okay, I'm not finna tell you that. After that, we get Jungle Boy versus Aries Spears. Aries Spears does a beautiful promo where he's saying that he, not only the pillars, but he is trying to get the world title as well by any means necessary. I thought that was pretty cool, pretty touching. But Jack Perry did win with a weird looking roll up for him to win. That was the end of that. I have nothing really to go home to about the AEW Rampage. I am done with AEW Rampage. It's just worse. It gets worse and worse. I hate that Jade Cargill is on this show and why she's premiered in this show. She's undefeated. She should have more time on Dynamite than she does on Rampage. It's just not a good show. I hate to sound like that. But on from that, let's get to the top 10. Of course, number 10 is the Elite. The Elite did a great job defending and attacking the Blackpool Combat Club, showing some type of some huevos finally that they are really in there to beat the living shit out of the Blackpool Combat Club. We did get a beautiful video package by Kenny Omega before they even came out, saying that when we see you, we're gonna beat the living crap out of you. After that, we get the number 9, Bronson Reed. I love Bronson Reed. I hate that the authors of Pain are not together yet. Hopefully, we get them back pretty soon so we can have another great tag team. But Bronson Reed by himself is doing a great job. I enjoy this feud. That's why I have number 8, Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley is still doing a great job. I want to see what this feud leads up to and how it's going to end. Hopefully it doesn't end before the draft. After that, I give Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan. I got them at number 7. Congratulations to them on Monday for winning those titles. I thought that was really fun for them to win those titles. Of course, it gives them time to feel out, some type of situation. Let them have a mid-card, have fun with those titles. Of course, Becky Lynch does not need that title. She doesn't need any title as of right now. So I understand what they're doing with that situation. Hopefully we'll have a great reign with Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan. After that, I have number 6 with LWO, Legado El Fantasma. I did talk about, of course, Santos Escobar, who I think is really, really good. Selena Vega did a great job. Hopefully she does get her title match at, of course, Backlash. I thought it was really fun, really great. That was probably the match to me of the night with Damian Priest and Santos Escobar. Following that, we have, of course, Judgment Day. Damian Priest, I am just loving Damian Priest times 12. You can't hate Dominic. And, of course, Mommy herself, the SmackDown Women's Champion. Of course, we love them. I can't wait to see what they do with Bad Bunny being a guest in San Juan, Puerto Rico with the, of course, Judgment Day. After that, number 4, Wardlow. Wardlow all day, every day. Wardlow is having the time of his life trying to get that belt back from your boy, Powerhouse Hobbs. A beautiful powerbomb symphony on one of the people from QTV. Getting that really beautiful old school car, rolling it, destroying the car, having a great time. I enjoyed that times 12. Number 3, Darby Allin having the time of his life. I enjoyed Darby Allin, that promo he did with him and Sting. The match with Swerve Strickland, really, really fun. If I had to choose between any of the pillars taking that title off of your boy MJF, it would be Darby Allin. Number 2, of course, Powerhouse Hobbs. Powerhouse Hobbs is killing the game right now. He's bringing prestige back to that TBS title, the TNT title. I enjoy every single time that he opens up the books of Hobbs. Let it keep going. I do not see him losing that title on Wednesday. Number 1, I have Solo Sikoa. Solo Sikoa is a powerhouse. When I tell you I enjoy watching Solo Sikoa say nothing and just destroying, that's the thing I like about Solo Sikoa. Hopefully he did knock out your boy Matt Riddle. He does not come back for another couple of weeks. We get a rubber match between those two where Solo does win again. My top 10 once again, of course, the Elite. Number 9, Bronson Reed. Number 8, Bobby Lashley. Number 7, Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan. Number 6, Legado El Fantasma, the LWO. Number 5, Judgment Day. Number 4, Wardlow. Number 3, Darby Allin. Number 2, Powerhouse Hobbs. And number 1, Solo Sikoa. In the comments, make sure you are putting in your, of course, put in who you think your top 10s are or whatnot. I'm going to do a video later on today about the huge announcement. I know I was going to say I'm going to do it today. Oh, boo. I'm going to do it later on today, okay? I promise you I will. Because I want to give flowers as well. So we'll talk about that later on today or whatnot. Like, share, and subscribe, you guys. Like, share, and subscribe. What do you think about the WrestleCram Weekend Edition? What do you think about it? What do you think about, of course, CM Punk coming back to the AEW, going back All Elite? What do you think about, of course, the soft brand split? Also, what do you think about Mercedes Moné? What do you think is going to happen with that young lady? Do you think she's going back to the WWE? Do you think she'll stay until Forbidden Door and then go to AEW? What do you think? Also, what do you think about SmackDown? Do you think SmackDown was good? Also, AEW Rampage. What do you think about that? And my top 10. Do you think my top 10 is legit? Do we need to tweak it a little bit? Don't forget, like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. The best is truly yet to come, you guys. The best is truly yet to come. Until next time, love, peace, and of course, wrestling.